Костюм. Этому тоже, скажем так, 40 лет.
Good morning, everyone. To be honest, I'm not fully awake yet. Our trip around Northern Kurzeme starts very early today. I was born and raised in Latvia, but even for me, there will be many new things to see today. For my husband, it's going to be a day full of discoveries. There are four historical and cultural regions in Latvia: Latgale, Zemgale, Viceme and Kurzeme. Today we are traveling around Kurzeme, going from a city in the southern part called Liepāja all the way to the northernmost point of the region, the Kolka Natural Reserve. But before we get there, we will have many interesting stops along the way, and right now we are very close to the first one. So our first stop is a visit of the waterfalls. They are quite small, and also it was quite dry, but the nature here is really beautiful. The second stop is Blue Lake.
Небо голубое, оно еще отражается в этой воде, тогда вода вообще
Our next stop is the Valine Pyramid. A pyramid in Latvia may sound a bit unusual, but it's both a monument and a symbol dedicated to Krishnis barons and his tremendous work in the collecting and organizing Latvian folk songs, the Dainas. And another very interesting place is the wool processing factory. The traditions of wool processing here date back to 19th century, and what makes it truly unique is that it's the one place where the entire process of wool processing still takes place. They use only local wool, and recently they have also started buying a small amount from the Swedish island of Gotland. This is the place where wool will be washed, and actually after washing you will get just only 50% of the weight what was before.
visu darba dienu. Te jūs varat ļoti labi redzēt pavadienos, jā, mīkstās jāatzīst, bet tas tiek aizvests uz šūšanas darbu.
It was truly an interesting experience. Nowadays, we are so used to consuming without thinking about how a product is made. And here, you really realize how much work goes into creating something as simple as a pair of wool socks or a warm blanket. Of course, this is a small-scale production, and the items made here are more in style of traditional craftsmanship rather than in mass production.
Ar vilnas pildījumu, nu tā, un ja kaut kas smalkāk, tad es stāstīšu atsevišķi, nu.
At the end, we had opportunity to see and buy lovely products of this workshop.
Cilvēkiem akcijas, kādi visi pa 5 naudiņām.
Мы детскую подушечку такую купили, когда была ярмарка. Вон, видишь, маленькая. Да. Да. Да, она вот именно из этой овечки.
Как валенки делают.
Да, а здесь
Да, да.
Ага, я 18 евро за нее отдала.
very nice.
Our next stop was Dundaga Castle. It is the best preserved castle in Northern Kurzeme. Today it houses the council administration and registry office, art school, and also a small museum. This room in the museum was very interesting and unexpected, I would say. The exhibition was dedicated to the man become to prototype to the hero of crocodile Dandy. His name was Arvidas Blumentals, and he was born in this small Latvian town.
Арвиду не нравилось учиться, и во Второй мировой войне он немножко изменил свою...
What's also unusual is that the castle was not built for defense, but rather to collect taxes from the local population in the 13th century. And here you also can see the works of the art school students.
Ну так, мы теперь на балконе. Это у нас зеленая дева. Это привидение.
This is the registry office, and look at this beautiful view through the windows.
На улицу. А другой, когда на улицу смотришь на замок, такие две глаза. Это когда-то была такая открытая терраса. Не было верха, и есть потолки, и не было... Но есть разные версии. Одна из версий такая, что я читала, что...
And another interesting place in Dundaga is a park with exotic animals.
Потому что у них маленькие. Там есть лама, тоже домику, ей тоже маленький, но увидеть можно. Остальные гуляют, где глаза глядят, да? Много был дождь, тогда смотрите, за ногами, да, потому что, грязно. А если вы, наверное, где-то, там есть вода, можете там помыть, да. Маленьких свинюшек не возьмите в руках, потому что мама охраняет детей, очень охраняет, да? Да. Потому что они, не наши свиньи, они живут в Bulгарии, в горах, да, и как дикие, да. И все, как ваши кенгуру. Кенгуру там есть, да. За рогами никого не брать, да. И все. Ничего себе.
Ну чего ты, смотри, да.
Настя, смотри.
Еще одна зебра.
Конечно, можно.
Ты
Он меня принял.
We really like the animals. I hope the feeling was mutual. Our next stop is Cape Kolka, the northernmost point of Kurzeme, and the place where the open Baltic Sea meets the water of the Gulf of Riga. Along the coast of Kolka lies a unique natural reserve. This is a monument, an installation dedicated to the lives taken by the sea. If you look closely, you can see the silhouettes of people.
Так, мои дорогие, вот справа у вас Рижский залив. Какая красивая сыроежка.
Every year, the sea takes a little more land from the people. And in this diagram, you can see how the coastline has shrunk year by year.
Или шестом, не помню точно.
And our last stop was the most interesting one for us. It was the Leaf village. It should be said that this part of Kurzeme was one inhabited by the Leaf people, an ancient Finno-Ugric nation. Today the Leaf language has unfortunately been lost. No one speaks it anymore. However, a new revival project has recently started, with about 30 volunteers working to reconstruct the spoken language from written records. The Leaf people even have their own flag, which symbolizes their unique cultural identity. Of course, many Leaf traditions are still preserved, and we came here learn about them.
Каких-то очень древних времен. Но вот первое, как началось это, ну как начали.
It was a very interesting story about the life of one particular family, how they lived during the first period of Latvian independence and how they survived the Soviet occupation. The hostess told us, "We were lucky because we weren't deported to Siberia. Many of our neighbors were taken away and died on the way." It was fascinating to look at the household items from that time. And of course, the traditional costume was just truly extraordinary. Afterwards, we were invited to try some traditional Leaf dishes.
Если не знаете, что поставить в саду, поставьте джентльмена с розой. И не уверена, как называется эта штуковина.
This is traditional Latvian countryside house, and in the barn you will see now. You could wash your hands in style.
Помыть ручки в тазике. Посмотрите, какие полотенца.
The barn was extremely cozy.
Var sākt liet kafiju, jā? Un sākt ēst, jums jau ir pirmais ēdienīgs.
For starter was very dark rye bread with anchovy and very interesting salad. And for main course was very exotic dish for us, pearl barley and potatoes slow cooked in the oven with smoked meat and of course pickled cucumbers. It was very tasty and also very heavy. It was simple food for simple people who work hard and needed a lot of energy. At the end we had even some rain, but it was still very nice day. The whole trip took more than 12 hours and we enjoyed every minute of this journey. I hope you also like this video, learned something new and maybe even felt inspired to visit Latvia. There are so many interesting and beautiful places here, and I'm sure that you will have unforgettable experience. On my channel you could find many more videos about Latvia, especially about Liepaja in the playlist. And now I have to say goodbye, and of course don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done it yet for many more interesting places, and support us with your thumb up and leave your comment. So see you soon and have a nice day. Goodbye.